Hey guys, it's Ker-leen. Thank you for tuning back into Lemomlife. Today I have an affordable fragrance haul for you all. I picked up some fragrances from Target. Target, y'all. And they are amazing. So if you want to know what I picked up, please stay tuned. Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And for those of you who have just found my channel, on this channel I do lifestyle, luxury, and review videos. I also sprinkle in my homeschooling journey as a mom of 3. So if those are things that interest you, then you definitely want to subscribe. I would love it if you would join the family. Also, hit that notification bell because that will notify you as soon as my videos drop. All right, let's get into this. I have my little Target package right here. I picked up 2 fragrances in store. I returned one, and the brand that I returned was called Good Chemistry. I do not have any Good Chemistry fragrances here. So when I returned that one, I exchanged it for one of the ones that I have here. And then the rest of these were delivered to me from the store because they did not have them at my local Target. So let's get into it. So in here, I'll just show you the fragrances first, and I'll give you some general thoughts about all of them. And then I'll talk about what they smell like. First in here, I have Tonka from Solinotes. Also from Solinotes, I have almond, and this is an almond fragrance. Now from Mixbar, I have 3 fragrances in here from Mixbar. The first one is this whipped almond. I also picked up wood elixir. Finally, I picked up coconut palm. So before we get into this sniff session and chit chat session, let's talk about my thoughts on the Solinotes and the Mixbar fragrances in general, sort of my general impression of them. I have tested all of them out, not extensively, but I've sprayed them on my body and just kind of wore them throughout the day just to get a sense for all of them because I did purchase quite a few at one time. In general, I feel like both Solinotes and Mixbar have moderate performance and are close to your skin scents. They're not quite skin scents, but they wear very closely to your skin. I would say they're more suited for layering with other fragrances. They work really, really well for an office setting, a setting where you work in close quarters with other people. They're perfect in those settings where you work with other people very closely because they're non-offensive. They are so super light. If you're someone who tends to like very potent, very powerful, very beast mode type fragrances, then you probably won't have much more use for these other than to layer with them or maybe to wear to bed. Now for me, I have worn them to bed, I've worn them out, and I feel like they perform beautifully. If I wanted a bit more of the fragrance, if I wanted a bit more projection, then I would just spray a little bit more and that would give me the projection I want. Now these fragrances are all very long lasting. I would say they last on your clothes the whole day. Now on your skin, people may not be able to smell you after a few hours, but you will definitely be able to smell yourself. And then again on your clothes, they last the entire day. And I think those thoughts and those sentiments are true for both brands and all of the fragrances that I picked up. So now that all of that's out of the way, let's get to sniffing. So this was the first one I picked up at my local Target. This one they had, and this is Coconut Palm. Coconut Palm is described as a fresh coconut combined with creamy vanilla and a pinch of sea salt that instantly transports you to a tropical paradise. Created with wanderlust by artisan perfumer Patricia Shu. With endless possibilities, layer and blend your favorite Mixbar scents and become the creator of your own signature fragrance. These fragrances in the Mixbar line were created for you to layer. So my initial impression of them being perfect for layering is on track with what their intentions were. Here is the bottle. I love the way this looks. This would look perfect on your perfume tray or on your vanity. It does not look any less expensive than any high-end, any luxury or niche fragrance brand. So I love that about the packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this here. This fragrance right here has to be one of my favorites. When I first spray it, I get coconut and a citrus. That's what I get when I first spray this. So the coconut hits you with a bit of a bright, sparkly citrus. Now I'm getting that creaminess, so that vanilla is starting to come through. And it's blending so beautifully with that coconut. I don't get any sea salt from this. I don't get a pinch of sea salt at all. All I get from this is a sweet, tropical, creamy vibe. Initially, you get that alcohol, but after the alcohol dissipates, this fragrance smells just like an expensive fragrance. It does not smell like I paid, what did I pay for this? $19.99. It does not smell like that. It smells just like an expensive fragrance. It's so good. It is so good. It's creamy. It's sweet. And the coconut is not cloying. It's not like that super duper heavy coconut. It's more of a sophisticated coconut. It's almost to the point where this could be described as more of a tropical scent than a coconutty scent. So it's not that kind of coconut where it's like obnoxious. It's a very sophisticated coconut. It's a very soft, sweet, creamy, enveloping fragrance. It's cozy. You could wear it out. This would be great for a date night. And if you want something a bit more in your face, you could layer this with a fragrance with similar notes. And this would really bring out those tropical vibes. It's beautiful. This is it's just a great fragrance. I would say this is one of my favorites. So the next one is Whipped Almond. And this one has a similar bottle. I think all the bottles are the same, but the juice in this one is a bit more like orange tinged. And so let's go ahead and spray this one. Like I said, when you first spray this, the alcohol is in your face, so you have to kind of let it dissipate. But this one right here is so beautiful. I love this one. Right away, the almond. If you're an almond lover, you have to get this one. The almond just, it just hits you right away. The almond is just so beautiful in this. It's almost like an almond extract, like an essence of almond. That is what I am smelling right off the top. This fragrance is described as creamy notes of toasted almond and sweet milk wrapped in rich sandalwood. Create an elegant scent that is both addictive and alluring. Created with love by artisan perfumer Vince Kudzinski. This is just beautiful. So when I spray this on my skin, I get the sandalwood first. It's really weird, but I get the sandalwood first. Then the almond starts to come through. But when I spray it on paper or cardboard, that almond hits first. The only notes that really stand out to me are the sandalwood and the almond, and that sweet milk they're describing I feel like grounds it and makes it creamy and warm. But I initially get the sandalwood and the almond, and it is just beautiful. It's almost like an almond dessert. So if you're an almond lover, you definitely want this either to wear by itself, or if it's too light, it doesn't project as much as you would like it to layer with some of your other almond fragrances. This is beautiful. And then the last mixed bar fragrance I picked up was the Wood Elixir. Wood Elixir is so classy and it smells so much more expensive than $19.99. Like, you would not be able to tell I picked this fragrance up from Target. It has a similar bottle and they all look the same, which I love the way these bottles look because I feel like they would be just so classy on your vanity or on your perfume tray. So classy. Every one of these fragrances just smells so expensive, in my opinion. I'm not a fragrance connoisseur by any means. I just love to smell good, and that's the extent of it. But every one of these smells so expensive. So with this one again is called Wood Elixir. With Wood Elixir, right away I get berries. Beautiful, bright berries. And a sour-like berry. And this one is described as a magnetic blend of berries, rhubarb, and seductive cashmere woods, wrapping you in a layer of warmth and comfort, lovingly created by artisan perfumer Vince Kudzinski. So this is the same perfumer that created the previous scent, which was Whipped Almond. And this has a similar vibe to Whipped Almond in that it is soft, sensual, and creamy. It has cashmere woods in it. I'm definitely getting that cashmere. And this one, I feel like the rhubarb is adding that bit of sourness to it. but the berries balances it out and keeps it nice and sweet. Oh, this is gorgeous. It's such a beautiful fragrance. This one is literally just berries and cashmere wood. And this one is bright, but it's comforting at the same time. This one is very elegant, very sophisticated. It's not a sweetness or a fruitiness that is juvenile. It is very much grown woman, very sexy, very sophisticated vibes. Ugh, it just smells like fresh fruits. And then they're wrapped in this soft and silky essence. That's what I'm getting from this. So this is gorgeous. Now the sweetness in here, it has a sweetness. It's more of a fresh sweetness. It's not like the whipped almond, which was very nutty and very gourmand. Like, it's a different kind of sweet. So you have a fruity, fresh, and sensual sweet to this one, whereas the other one was more gourmand and deeper and warmer and nutty. That's the difference between those two. This one is my top one, and I think the coconut palm comes in second, with the whipped almond coming in at a close number 3. That's kind of how I would rank these. So let's go ahead and get into these Solinotes fragrances. So this first one is almond, and this one, from my understanding of this brand, they like to highlight one single note, and the note that is highlighted in this one is the almond. So this is what the bottle for this one looks like. Super classy looking bottle as well. I love how minimal it is. And I love the way the top looks. I just love everything about the aesthetics of this. I also love the color of the font as well. Really looks very classy. You know, you wouldn't be able to tell this was a less expensive fragrance sitting with your other more expensive ones. So let's go ahead and take a sniff. Ooh. So, okay. So this almond is done a little bit differently. It's not like an almond extract like I get from the Mix Bar whipped almond. This almond is a little less gourmand. This is not a gourmand type of almond. It's not like you took almond extract and put it into like a baked good. This almond is more of a fresher, greener almond, I would say. But it is so sweet. And what I'm getting is they note that passion fruit and almond is like a top note. And what I'm getting is the passion fruit, the sweetness of the passion fruit mixing with the almond to create this beautiful sweet almond that is not gourmand. It's a different kind of sweet. It's a fresh sweet. It's not a warm sweet. Oh, but it's so beautiful. So when you first spray this, you get the passion fruit and the almond. And then I feel like, what am I smelling right now? I feel like I'm getting vanilla right now, but it says that jasmine and tonka bean are next. So the middle notes are jasmine and tonka bean. But I feel like I'm getting vanilla right now. And that jasmine, I think that I'm getting that vanilla mixed with the tonka bean and the jasmine in the middle notes. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Again, these do not smell like they cost. I can't quite remember the price on this one, but these smell expensive. These smell just like any other designer fragrance. So yeah, that jasmine and the tonka and the vanilla are mixing so beautifully. And now I'm getting a little bit, I think this has sandalwood. It says santal, sandal. The sandalwood and the vanilla are the base notes. So I think that as this dries down, you're going to be left with a beautiful vanilla dry down with a bit of that woodsiness of the sandalwood. This is gorgeous. Again, if you're an almond lover, you will love the variety that you get between this one, which is a more fresher, fruity almond. It has that passion fruit mixing with the almond at the top note, and then the sweet, whipped, baked good almond extract goodness of the other one, the Mix Bar. You will love the variety. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. This smells expensive, y'all. It really does, in my opinion. Ooh, this is so good. I might be wearing this as my scent of the day. I wasn't sure what I was going to wear today, but I think I'm going to wear this one today. All right, so the last one I picked up was the tonka. This one has a mandarin flower at the top, a vanilla and a tonka bean in the middle, and an amber and a musk towards the end. So let's see. Now this one smells so interesting to me. This one is one that I think is very unisex. While all the other fragrances, with the exception of coconut palm, I feel like lean more feminine, this one is very unisex. When I first spray this, I get a musk. That's what I get from this. And this does, yeah, it has amber and musk as the base notes. So that is what I get right away. For me, I get that musk first, and then I start to get that tonka right after. So I get that musk, that tonka. Although vanilla is listed as one of the middle notes along with tonka, I don't get that much vanilla from this. I get the musk and the tonka. Now this also has a mandarin flower. And for me, I'm not really getting the mandarin flower. And it could just be that I'm not familiar with that note, so I'm not really picking it up. I'm not picking it up at all. But what I get from this is a sweet musk, and that sweetness is the tonka. So this one is more linear than some of the other ones that we've smelled today. I would say tonka is truly what is highlighted in this particular fragrance. I would also say that this is very, very unisex, leaning more masculine. This fragrance is perfect for layering to add a bit more richness and warmth to your other fragrances. And also I think would be great by itself. By itself, it's not going to project a whole lot, but it will last on your clothing for quite a while. So I would say to get the most out of this particular one, you may want to layer it and use it to add depth and warmth to some of your other favorite fragrances. So yes, this is tonka. So that wraps up my affordable fragrance video. I was so surprised to find these fragrances at Target. I think they are perfect for adding to your collection, no matter what your collection looks like, whether it is full of expensive niche fragrances or whether you have celebrity and designer fragrances or you're somewhere in the middle. I think all of these fragrances perform just like designer fragrances. So I would highly recommend going to your local Target and picking up a few of these to add to your collection. If I had to give you my top three, I would say from Mix Bar, Wood Elixir, I would say you need Almond from Solinotes, and I would say you need Whipped Almond from Mix Bar. I think these three fragrances right here are perfect for a wide variety of tastes. So if you're not sure, if you're trying to blind buy and you're not sure, I would say definitely Wood Elixir, Whipped Almond, and then Almond. You can't go wrong with those. Oh, and the best part, I forgot to mention that all of these fragrances are classified as clean beauty at Target. Although I don't feel like they're 100% super duper clean, I do feel like they're cleaner than your average fragrances. So I don't completely trust the whole clean label, but I do feel like they are cleaner than your average fragrances, which is a plus. And for me, I tend to spray cleaner fragrances directly on my skin a little bit more than I do some of my other fragrances. The cleaner fragrances make me feel a bit more comfortable to spray them on my skin. So just a side note for all of my clean beauty lovers out there. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And before I go, I just want to remind you to keep shining today. Keep being you, because the world needs you. Those around you, those you love, the world needs you in your essence, your uniqueness, and all of your glory. So don't be afraid to be yourself, to be your unique self in whatever it is you're doing today. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.